Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Model 3's Model Shenanigans. It is Monday, the 14th of April, 2025. Hope you're all well. And firstly, huge apologies about the cock up yesterday. Yeah, these things happen. We were both away and we forgot. But hey, all sorted. So, quick bit of news. I did Salute 52 on Saturday. £8 shy of 500 quid.
Oh, wow.
Gobsmacked, absolutely gobsmacked. We filled the smaller bowl, absolutely filled it. It was ridiculous. Made some great contacts, had some good chats, lots of interesting people coming along, wanted to volunteer, big beneficiaries, all sorts of stuff. Met several big bods in big companies. One of them was an American CEO who's very interested in what we do, but that will hopefully come out later. But yeah, so a really good day Saturday, absolutely brilliant. So let's quickly go around these two reprobates and let's start there. Hello, Mal.
Yeah, I'm good. I've got family down at the moment, but you know, they're doing their own thing. That's not a problem. I had a normal morning. I did my exercise, went for a walk, had breakfast, had a shower, came into here. Model wise, nothing really, apart from I've finally got around to painting out the black line I painted over the hinge area on the flaps, and the black that I painted over the blue on the tail. So this has been ready for, actually I need to, and I've decided that I'm not bothering about this cock up on here. You don't see it. I realise you don't actually really see it. So I'm going to start getting decals on it. Everything, nothing else has moved forward at all. Apart from the fact that yesterday I discovered, I went for a meal in the Mounts Bay with a family, and I went to found as we were leaving, I found the landlord to apologise to him that I haven't got the Jeffrey Williams Spitfire to him yet, and sort of explained why and that. And in the process of that conversation, he sort of said, "Well, don't worry," because I was worried about the size of the base and everything. And he says, "Don't worry, I'm ex-military. I'll definitely look after it." And I went, "Oh, I'm ex-military as well. I'm ex-Royal Engineers. I'm a sapper." He goes, he says, "So am I."
Oh God.
Oh, brilliant, mate. So we were instant friends. Which actually made me change my mind. The other dilemma I had was I printed out a strip card so it fitted into the base, which is just here. So it was about that sort of width with the 2 or 3 paragraphs from the Jeffrey Wellham's book, First Light, of him walking to K9998. That is the first Spitfire he flew for the very first time, and it describes him walking up to it. So I printed that out, and before it, I'd a description of that Spitfire, that the fact that it was the 211th out of the first 212th ordered, and little snippets like that. And Jeffrey Wellham had signed 3 of those for me because I could imagine building 3 different models in different scales or whatever, and I wanted to. So, and this 1/32 scale was going to be one of them. When it originally didn't have a signature on it, but I got the signature, and I wasn't going to give them the piece with the signature on for the pub, although it would be better. But the fact that he's ex-sapper, sorry, not an ex, he's a sapper. I know he understands, to look after it, and he says not a problem. We have people asking all the time about Jeffrey Wellham. He's found a photograph that used to be up. So he's gonna reinstate a proper shrine to Jeffrey Wellham. So I'm gonna give him one of the signed ones.
Nice.
Which is, I mean, it's not worth a fortune, but it's clearly worth something. I mean, yeah. So I think it's like the idea of it being there. So yeah, so that was when he said he was a sapper as well. So that was quite amazing. So yeah, I've had an interesting couple of days. No modelling, been gaming. Couldn't be asked to do anything, so I've been gaming, which is a bit crap. But I think the problem is it's decals I need to do. Lots of decals.
Yeah. The bane of our lives.
Well, I don't sort. That's the generic decal placement.
Oh, the normal stencils.
Yeah, all the stencils. Plus, most of the specific ones I've painted on, but there's still a few to do. Decals, and that's what puts me off. That's why things stall dramatically. Frigging decals and stuff. But we were discussing decals the other week about, do you think there's too many decals in model kits? Well, yes and no. I mean,
well, depends, doesn't it? Now, if you want to put all the correct decals on,
yeah,
then it should be in there.
Yeah, exactly. If they're there, at least you've got the choice. Yeah. If you don't want to put them on, there is no law yet that says you have to. So,
nope.
Personally, I think this sort of thing is quite brilliant. The decals are good.
Yeah, but it can be daunting.
Yeah, well, it is, especially if you're new to the game. All those millions of little decals, you just think, why? But I use them as practice. But that's a good excuse, isn't it? Use them as practice. But anyway, so I've had an interesting few days, but very little modelling. I 2 or 3 times almost primed the Lysander and therefore the Mosquito, but it never happened. So anyway, so that's me.
Cool, brilliant. Thank you very much, Mel. And moving on.
Me.
Oh, little old lady, how are you?
Oh, well. I moved back a ton of topsoil this morning.
Well, that's not a lot.
Where's that going?
I've moved a ton of topsoil.
It's
He's
enough.
just moved it. He's not going anyways.
So, anyway, it's got into the far raised bed. I've got a ton of compost to move as well.
Oh,
Well, I say ton, it's more like 3/4 of a ton. It's lower than that, and it's a lot lighter. So, but it'll be done after this. And so that's what I was doing today.
shoveling shit.
Not yet. This weekend I've been on a couple of Discord thingies. I am progressing with these.
Ooh, very nice.
Panel line this one on Saturday night, and some of this one. I did a bit more last night. I've just got to finish off that and a few odds and ends, which I'll be doing, and glue back on one of the headlights, and there we go. That'll be ready for another gloss coat, and then I will progress weathering it with the other ones there that need weathering. I've got another 4 sat there that need it, so they'll get done. Hopefully I can get those done for the NEC show.
Cool.
So
I will be seeing you there on Saturday. Lisa can't make it because she's got. I'll only be there Saturday because it's Lisa's dad's birthday on the Sunday. So
yeah, that's fine. No, we'll discuss it afterwards.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll discuss what needed and what you can do and not do, and don't worry about it. Because it's in hand.
Cool.
You know what you've been up to? Not a lot.
Me? Been
Yes, you.
really busy. Last week I was really frustrated with the sub. Well, not the sub per se. I was doing the sub and I'd got all the construction done. It's great. Only took me 4 hours to build everything ready for painting and then put together. So I thought, great, on a right roll here. And so I went outside, did my priming, and that happened.
Oh.
So I was absolutely gutted. That's primer from Colourforge. Luckily, I got to speak to them on Saturday at Salute and had a chat with them. And what happened was we seemed to think it'd been sat for a very long time. And I did what they suggested. I put it in some warm water to bring it up to temperature. Gave it a good shake for 2 minutes. As I said, probably just a bit over 2 minutes. And then was spraying away. Got about a third done. Put it to one side. Was about to start on the next lot and then looked at it and I actually watched it go crackly. And I'm going, what the actual is happening? And yeah, I was just really gutted about it. Is that it? Yeah. I managed to clean a lot of it off, but that's the part itself. I don't know whether we can get in close enough. You can just about see the crackle paint in the corner of the cabinet. It went in a bath of meths for 10 minutes, came out. It took the vast majority of it off, but it seemed to have etched itself into the plastic, so it left marks. I spent 3 days cleaning all those bits up, sanding them back, cleaning them up, sanding them. And oh dear Lord! But it was worth it because it's all done. So that's ready. They're all primed now and ready for spraying. Just working on the roof. So those holes there are for the lights. They come with I think I've got a dome here somewhere that I haven't binned. No, I haven't. So I use some blue stuff from green stuff, and you boil a kettle, put boiling water in a little pot, drop it in, and then you press whatever it is into it, and it makes a mold. Then I use UV resin. There you go. That's one of the domes. So I've reshaped it, and then you sand it back and you get a nice clear dome. So that's sanded up. So all I do is just put a smear of UV resin on there, pop that on there with a light in, get the old UV torch on it, and then that's it, glued in place. And you have a clear dome on there. So yeah, what I'm doing is just drilling out or grinding out a little area for the. Did I put it back there? Where are you? Come hither. For the really, really small LED to go into. I've learned you don't put a sleeve on this. You know, the heat shrink.
Yeah.
If you put a heat shrink on there and then heat it up, the LED falls off. Because it's only very, very lightly soldered. It's pretty strong, but it's just lightly soldered. So no to the heat shrink. And what I'm trying to do is just get. I'll show you. Right. Put those in there. Ding. There you go. So we thread those in like that. Pull those. So what I want is that LED to lay flush. So I've just got to scribe some bits out. Just get that laying flat. So once I've got that done, I can then, what I'll do is I'll use UV resin to set that in there and then put the top on. So
cool.
Yeah. So it's test the light before I start. Put the light in, UV resin it, test the light, put the lid on, test the light. So I've found that after every stage you do with these, you test the lights. Test, and test. Because it's not fun if you go through and one blows.
No.
Which I've had with the Voyager. That was fun. But hey, that's another story. So yeah, that's what I've been up to and what I'm up to.
Cool. I've just that's I like that. I think with that sub, you really do need to have the lights done, don't you?
Yeah, because it's really, really dark in there.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Adds to the interest.
Yeah, I've also Nick Lindsay sent me a message the other day. He says you need to look at this, and he sent me a link. I'm like, oh my god! On
Somebody
Cult
built the
3D,
same.
somebody has done a load of 3D stuff for it.
Oh right.
So, oh, you are kidding me.
You don't really want to hear that, do you?
Yeah, thank God I've made 6. Yeah, one's just got pinged. Oh, yeah, there is an amazing little shitter in there as well. The only problem is that's all I've got left. The toilet seat.
No.
I picked the clip it's on up this morning and I heard a ting and then a dink, dink, dink around the shed and the toilet's gone flying. So I've got to remake the bloody toilet. The thing is, though, I can't make a model without having to remake something.
Yeah, I sort of know that feeling. I've just added a decal, and it's what could have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decals.
Ooh.
So that's good.
Yeah.
You heard my suggestion for the table at Telford 2026, didn't you, Steph?
What was that?
Hinckley. Marleyisms.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Well, it gives you such a reign of what not to do.
Yeah, don't put things on backwards. Don't take bottles too high.
I mean, I was thinking putting Spitfire wings on a Hurricane and Hurricane wings on a Spitfire or something like that.
Yeah, things John Marley would do.
Or a late model Spitfire, Mark Spitfire, with Battle of Britain markings. I know it's wrong, but it's a Marleyism.
It's not.
It is.
No. Sorry, regardless of being a Marleyism or not, you can't start butchering up Spitfires. It's not allowed.
You did.
I didn't. When?
Was it you or was it John who did the Spitfire from?
Yeah, it was all them balls.
It was all those bastards.
All right.
It was all of them except me. Because I wasn't in on the joke, because the joke was on me, you know. It was very funny.
It was.
But I still haven't forgiven them all, so there's retaliation to come.
Me and Keith will discuss it in August, expect. I'll tell him that you're expected to bring in repercussions.
Well, I've not been, nobody's questioned me about this year, so I'm guessing nobody cares or has remembered or bothered.
What is this year's?
You see what I mean? Nobody gives a shit.
I can't remember. What is it?
A to M.
A to M.
0. Japanese 0.
Or nothing. If it's a 0, it's nothing.
No, A to M.
I know. A to M. Yeah, got that.
Oh, yeah.
It's also A to M.
Not A to M. Oh, you could. Well, see, the thing is, A to M could be whatever you between the letters, what you can come up with. And if you want to call it A to M, then sort of do.
Mm-hmm. I've forgotten I'd started this on. We've got a new local hobby shop. He does mainly trains in that. I picked this up. Only about just under £5.
Yeah.
OOHO scale.
Oh, nice.
It just popped out. It just yes. It's little things. Then you realise, oh God, I've got so much to put in it. So many things to do.
Sorry, I was putting a decal on. What? Show me that again.
Hold on. It's a greenhouse.
Oh, a greenhouse.
OOHO scale, so 176, 172nd.
Yeah.
Greenhouse. Just pop it out. It's card, laser cut card, and you get the glazing with it. Just got to get the right glue. It says Yoo-hoo might be the best one, so I've got to go and get some of that. Stick it in. That's the door, not that one. Make sure you put the right ones in the right place. That's gonna be fun. That's what I was going to do, wasn't it? Funny.
Sorry about the noise. Do you want me to mute?
No.
Yeah, it's all right, mate. It's cool.
It's squealing.
These stencil decals, you can actually read what they say. Under a magnifying glass.
Oh, okay. Apparently we've had a power cut.
Have you? Oh.
When was that?
Today.
We sometimes get micro power cuts,
Yeah.
literally off on, faster than that.
Ah, but that's a nightmare because everything goes in, doesn't it?
Yeah, and you can have 6 or more, one after the other. You just turn everything back on and it goes off again. And also, apparently, there's half dozen, maybe a few more houses on our actual street that receives power from the lizard side, whereas the rest of the village gets it from elsewhere. So we can have a power cut and the rest of the village won't, and vice versa.
Hmm?
It's bizarre. Always special.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking.
What?
Ooh.
Right, back in a mo, gents.
What you got planned for this afternoon, Mel?
Blogging with Mikey till 2, and then no plans at all. Why?
No, just wondered. Just
Might do some more days.
oh yeah, I've got to do that as well. Oh, busy. Ton of topsoil, compost to move, and then stuff to the dump.
Well, having said, I've got stuff that needs doing. I did the shower, refurbish the shower, sort of Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Or no, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday morning. Because the grout was all looking a bit rough.
Yes.
So strip out the. Women like things to look pretty for photographs for the house sale. That sort of bollocks. So that had to be done. So that was a pain in the ass, but that's done.
Pain.
There's got to put a piece of trim up in the living room, dining room area. There's when we had the room plastered, there was a piece of rough wood. I don't know why. Nailed 3 bent nails into the ceiling in the joint where the the L shape is to the dining room. And Jacqueline insisted it's staying there. I says, look at it, it's a bit of rough timber. It's not doing anything. So I took it down. And after plaster, a few months later, a crack appeared along that line. And she's giving, see, I told you should have left it up there. I'm giving it. It was a piece of rough timber with held up by 3 bent nails. It wasn't doing anything. Yeah, but there's a crack there now. That's nothing to do with the timber. And now the plaster's sagging in one place, about 10 inches long. It's sagging slightly just off this crack. So I kept coming up with all sorts of solutions, like ragging it out and just slapping plaster in it. But it's a really thin coat of plaster, or putting a lighting strip up and all sorts of. She wasn't having it. So we went out the other day. Where were we? Out. Went dentist in Falmouth. On the way back, we had to drop into B&Q and get a piece of timber that we could cover this crap.
A bit of rough.
Well, no. I said, well, all right. What we'll do, we get a piece of, make it look as if it's supposed to be there. Get a piece that's about 3-4 inches wide and about between 1/2 inch and 1 inch deep. I'll screw it up, paint it, and it'll look as if it's supposed to be there. Right, but couldn't find any timber that was, the right length or whatever.
Yeah.
So we had to go in and look around, and finally we came to, the urethane polystyrene coving.
Yeah.
I looked at that and it wasn't long enough, but of course it's the easiest thing in the world to cut. And I said to her, look, if I turn this upside down, so what would be the outside is upwards, you've still got this scallop shape here, where the two edges of the round piece go up against the wall.
Yeah.
You the profile on the other side. I said, but if I turn it over, you've got these two like ridges. You could no nails along them. Stick that up, and it'll be a profile shape, and you can paint it, and it will look fine. She said, do you think that'll work? I said, yeah, that definitely work. So I've got that to put up. So that's just a bit of a pain in the butt to do.
Mhm.
Hang on, I'm just doing this decully thing. Got to work out which way around it goes. Nobody's going to know. We got the bungalow to paint, and the rear wall, and the garage wall, and the front wall. What else we got to do? And the usual other things
Yeah.
that you might think about, because we want to get the place on the market by May. Because I don't know if because as I said, we're going up in May to look at places in Matlock.
Matlock.
Yeah, Matlock. Matlock seems like a place to be.
Thank God it didn't say March.
Yeah. It has come up in conversation, but I said no. No, I mean, it's that would be all right, but a bit too awkward to get to my youngest daughter's place. So, and although Matlock is not equidistant, like I said, it's not too bad. Yeah, so sort of busy. At least Jacqueline don't expect me to repaint the gable end of the bungalow.
Yes.
No, well, when we moved down here, it had been painted gloss green.
Oh,
Don't know why. It just had. A mum had painted. I must have had gloss green. There was all sorts of bits painted gloss green. Bizarre. So before I could paint it, and of course it was flaking off because it was the wrong sort of paint. So it needed to be painted over, but couldn't paint over it. So I had to power wash it off. Imagine that.
Yeah.
but that was fun.
Yeah, it took me about 3 days. And yeah, of course, you power wash it off. So you're soaking wet, and you've got all the bits of paint that come off all over you, all over the ground. And you have to wait till that all dries on the ground so you can sweep it up. Oh, what a nightmare. I painted it again. Then I painted it, and I've painted it again since. But because we've changed the colour. But yeah, I think she feels for me because I make out I'm old and decrepit.
No comment.
No, you're not. No, don't let
So
anybody.
I can't do it. I'm old and decrepit. Not that I can't do
No.
it. I just don't want
Yeah, it can be like that. Shocking. Shocking. Absolutely
to.
shocking.
Actually, it doesn't need doing. We're using the same colour again, but the wall out the front and the wall out the back and the garage, the parts of the bungalow that aren't the gable end do need painting. But it'll add about threepence to the value. So it must be done.
Right, threepence you wouldn't have.
I mean, we could just not worry about it and just put it on the market, lose some money. But it's more about first perceptions, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Somebody comes around to have a look. If it's all neat and tidy and everything, they go, ooh. If it's a bit of a shambles, they go, ooh. so it's more about that.
Swings and roundabouts for the people.
Yeah, well,
now,
yeah.
Some people just wouldn't care if it was painted up because they're going to gut it anyway.
Do it. Yeah, they're going to do it. Well, that's it. I mean, it's like we know that. It's like in the bathroom. The white cabinets. They've got a run of white cabinets on the wall. They've all yellowed from the sun. Bizarre. But I'm going to get some white vinyl material and wrap them myself. Because I can. It's a bit odd that they've yellowed in the sun. Interesting. Just 2 more to do. It's gone 12, Steph.
Okay, give me a sec and then we'll run round. Right, so what have you got done now?
I put on nearly all of the decals for the bottom, and you won't. There's here, in here, and a couple up here, and a couple there, and there's 2 more to go. So they've gone on pretty good. They look the part, but underneath, so you won't see them. But yeah, they've settled down nicely. Airfix decals are definitely well done.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that's me. So I'm pleased with that. That means I can crack on and do some more. The hardest one I've got to do is on Jersey Jerk, just here.
Yeah.
There's a panel which would normally be it's like the it's a data panel that's on every P51, and Jersey Jerk on the port side is written over it. So because I've painted Jersey Jerk on, I've got to cut out that panel between the R and the K of Jerk. So there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts, and 3 of them are tiny little pieces which will probably disappear. But it'll look the part. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that bit.
Not.
No, not in the slot. I could. Yeah, my blue's a bit different. Well, I don't know. It's actually pretty close. I could just cut out the whole thing with a K and the R and position it. We'll see. I won't do that because it wouldn't be right. But yeah, so yeah, decals. I mean, I've got decals on, which is a bonus.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Mel. And let's move on to Little Old Lady. Oh, wrong bloody one, Steph.
That's you.
There we go.
So finished panel lining this one. I cut out the glazing for the little greenhouse. So I've got lots of those. And then I did some pigment, start the weathering on the Korean War M4 A3 E8. Just see that. Just started the weathering process, which including tracks, which are rubber bandy ones.
The best sort.
Well, I didn't think these fitted to start with, but they do. So yeah, they're not bad. That's all I've done. That's it.
Okay, cool, brilliant. Thank you very much, mate. And me, I have got the lights in. Ding.
Cool.
Looking good.
Mm.
And they all still work. I'm not going to bore you by showing you. And I am at the moment just making some more light covers. So UV resin on a cocktail stick. I've already put a little bit in, and the inside of the mold. And what that does is that prevents air bubbles forming.
Yeah.
And then you just little bit by little bit just top it off. Until you've got load in there. Just like that. So that one needs a bit more like that. So there's that. And then I get my UV torch and go over it like that. Just to harden off the surface. Then I stick it out in the sun for 10 minutes. And just leave it to go off.
Cool.
And there we have 6 light covers made. Pop those outside in a sec.
Oh.
So is what I've been doing. So, gentlemen, if you'd like to say your batty ties.
Goodbye.
Thanks very much for watching. Stay safe, keep modelling, and we will see you on Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.